started this for fun, and it's been just a therapeutic experience for me, so thank you so much from the bottom of my dark little heart, and enjoy the video. See ya. How's it going? Today, we're going to be talking about Hailey Reese, a very popular YouTuber who does a lot of videos about the paranormal, the spooky, and who also does her own ghost hunting and has had her own crazy experiences. Hailey has just gone through a crazy experience that has left her so scared she's afraid to talk about it, but she did make a video. Thank you for that, girl. But she was so scared to even talk about this video because of what happened, and was afraid to invite that energy back into her space. Like, terrified. The scariest thing about all of this is that Hailey suspects that she's responsible. Let's get into it. So Hailey has made videos in the past on her YouTube about her house being haunted, and initially she was under the impression that the haunting was the result of just, it was the spirits from the land coming in and out of her house. But it was way worse than just that. She didn't realize until she was ready to leave the house and actually tried to leave the house how bad it actually was, because the energy amped up. Over the past 3 years, if you watch her YouTube account, you may also have noticed that things just seem to be getting darker and darker in her life, like to the point that it shows up in her YouTube videos. I noticed a change in her the last 3 years. I was concerned because I've been watching her for quite a while, and if you haven't, you should check it out. I'll go ahead and link her channel below. I'll actually link the video where she talks about the recap that I've got going on right here. While they lived in this house, this beautiful home they were so excited to live in, things started to happen. Just like every couple months, something else weird would happen. And isn't that how every haunting initially starts? Some of the stuff that would happen, their fire alarm in their house would go off, and it would go off like around a certain time of night. It would wake them up, and clearly this was a very annoying situation. They checked, like, it was not the batteries. This thing would go off all the time, and they looked into it because they, like, didn't want these to go off when they weren't home, because they have dogs, and if their dogs are like mine, the sound of the fire alarm sends my dog into complete, like, terror mode. She gets so terrified, like you would think that she saw, like, the devil himself. She gets so upset. Dogs are sensitive to this stuff, so they were trying to figure out what it was, and Hailey had talked to her psychic friend, and her psychic friend told her that it's spirits in the house that are turning this alarm on, and she said you need to, like, be very firm with them and tell them that they need to stop. And so she's like, okay. So she and her boyfriend just said out loud, like, look, you can't continue to do this because XYZ. And wouldn't you know, it stopped. Like, it actually stopped. Another weird thing that was happening, their dog became fixated with this one mirror in their bedroom, and at first they thought it was cute, like, oh my gosh, our dog's looking at itself, because isn't that adorable? Yes, it is. Okay, so the dog was looking at itself in this mirror, but the more that the dog fixated on this mirror, the more they began to wonder if the dog was looking at itself, or if it was seeing something in the mirror. They also experienced mimic type activity, which I can't. Mimic stuff, just, it freaks me out to my core. It freaks me out. What is mimic activity? It's has that sunken in for you? Because it still hasn't for me. So, when they moved into this house, they felt that it was dark, like darker than when they initially looked at it, but Hailey just chalked it up to, like, you know, the things that were happening. Like, maybe the reason her mental health wasn't doing very good, and maybe the reason she felt her energy was down was because of what we were living through, because of the, you know, the vid with the go before it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what YouTube takes down these days. So, she kind of chalked it up to that, and she just kept kind of shelving her feelings and shelving her feelings. She was not being honest with herself about how she was actually feeling, that somewhere in the back of her mind she did feel like it could be the house that's the cause of this. She didn't divulge to other people that the house had this weird feeling about it. She just got this big, beautiful home, and she didn't want to seem ungrateful, like, oh yeah, we got this great house, but it has like this and this wrong with it, or it feels dark, I don't like the energy here. Like, you know how people might perceive that. Understandable. So let's fast forward to September of 2020, and this is where Hailey meets her psychic friend, Lana, her psychic medium friend. And this is when she has her first reading with Lana. And Hailey raves about her. She has her own YouTube channel. They're really good friends. So in this reading, one of the first things that comes up is the house. And Lana says to her, like verbatim, you need to get out of that house. I have alarm bells going off with you being in this house. And Lana and Hailey became friends after this, and so they would see each other. So just outside of that, when they would see each other and talk, like, Lana was like, yo, I'm not joking with you, you need to get out of this house. Like, I have alarm bells. It's not good. And when she was in Hailey's house, Lana had only ever gone up to Hailey's office. She wouldn't go around the rest of the house, and they never really discussed it, but she just would, like, only go up there. She wouldn't go anywhere else. And despite Lana's warnings, Hailey was like, you know, just still kind of skeptical. Like, it wasn't a good time to move. It was, you know, the ham was still going on. And, you know, it wasn't a good time, like, to move to. Like, it's a huge financial thing. And she was like, I can't, like, maybe we can, like, just stick this out, or maybe we can figure this out. So, meanwhile, poor Hailey, like, is literally starting to become a shell of herself. Her light was, like, visibly dimming. And that's where, like I said, I noticed this when I would watch her videos. I was like, yo, like, something is just so different about her. And, like, it happened gradually, but it was, like, noticeable. And I don't know if it was, like, physically or just, like, the energy of her videos. Like, something was up. And Hailey then started to become sick, like, unexplainably sick. Like, doctors couldn't figure out why, but she was always nauseous. She would throw up, and her boyfriend started to have some of the same problems, just with not feeling well, with feeling really sick. And they also started to have a lot of arguments in the house. Like, it was just this, like, it was this dark pit. But what was weird is, like, if they would get out of the house after having an argument, like, they would feel way better. But being in that house, something about it was starting to cause them to just not get along. A couple months ago, Hailey had woken up. She was is she has what it's called California shutters in her house, and they're like a bunch of planks, and they have one in the middle so you can open them. So they're kind of heavy. They're like, I don't know if they're made out of wood or like a wood type of material. Well, they would open these shutters and they would walk away, and moments later these shutters would slam shut. Like, they weren't broken, they were like usable shutters, but they just started slamming shut as if something wanted this house to stay dark. Her boyfriend started having problems with sleeping. He felt like there was something over him at night, which, oh my god, that feeling, like, I've had that before. It's not a fun feeling, waking up in complete terror and dread, and you just know that there's something else there with you. Hailey continued to get more and more sick and weak, and they also began to notice that there was a section of that kitchen in their house where whenever they were in it, they would start to get very angry towards each other, and in that area they would have like a lot of arguments. And when they would leave that part of the house, they would feel that anger immediately begin to lift. And they were like, okay, that's weird. As time goes on, her boyfriend is still having sleep problems. He's becoming sleep deprived. He's not doing good. And he finally told Hailey, he's like, I can't stay here another minute. Like, we need to see if we can move in earlier. I don't care, whatever we have to do. Like, I don't want to stay in this house one more night. We need to get out. And that day, Hailey says that he had some sort of accident. She did not dive into it, but in the video when she's talking about it, she begins to tear up. So I don't know what happened, but it was not good. Scary. Hailey began to talk to Lana, and she's like, we're ready to get out of this house. And something that Lana did tell her was, she's like, alright girlfriend, but you can't leave the house until every single item in that house is cleansed, including you and your man. You gotta cleanse, you gotta clean, you gotta Palo Santo the crap out of everything. Now, after Tyler had this accident, Hailey called Lana crying, and Lana's like, oh, I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna cleanse the house. And as she stepped into the house, Lana immediately began to feel sick, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna start upstairs. Like, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm gonna throw up in here. And as she's going through the house, she just kept making comments to Hailey like, I don't even know how you're living in this house. Like, the energy was that overwhelming to her. And she goes room by room, and when she got to their bedroom, she turned to Hailey and was like, I do not know how you sleep in there. Like, there's something above me in here. Which, remember, her boyfriend said he felt something above him while he was sleeping. Lana says, like, there's something above me in here. Like, this energy in here, I think I'm gonna throw up. The closet in their room, bad energy. The bathroom connected to their room, bad energy. Let's fast forward. Now they're downstairs, and she's walking towards the kitchen. And she says to Hailey, there's a man in that corner, and he is so jealous of the two of you, and he wants to break you up. And he is pissed that I am here, and he's just got this really dark energy. He is not happy. And she had a singing bowl as she was going around cleansing the house. And the crazy thing is, when she said that this man is in this corner, she went to the corner with the singing bowl, and the singing bowl would not play when she went to the corner. Would not play. Like, this thing is now fighting with her energetically. Like, what the actual frick is going on? And she began to spiritually battle with this thing. And the whole time she felt sick. And Hailey said at that point, her boyfriend who was in the living room, he started crying, and he said he felt like he was gonna throw up. And Hailey's just like, what the heck? And like, dude, I know this sounds like a movie. That's what I was thinking the whole time. So Hailey is just like, well, who is he? Like, is he from the land? Is you covered a true crime case like a year or so ago about a murder. This man never had love in his life, and when you talked about him in this case, he was drawn to you, and he came here and he became obsessed with you, and then he saw you and Tyler, and that made him mad. So he then tried to break you guys up, because if he couldn't have love in his life, then why should your boyfriend? Like, he wanted you all for himself, and the more in love you were with him, the more mad he got at him and you. Hailey still has not figured out what case it is that she covered that this guy is from, which I would be curious if you do follow her, if, like, does anyone have any theories about who it could be? And Lana did say that he is a smoker, and the moment that she said that, they immediately smelled like cigarette smoke in the house. Crazy, they immediately smelled it. So Lana continued to fight with this guy to get him out, and she finally got him out, but he was like so mad, he was so pissed. But she got him out eventually, and it just kind of left Hailey like scratching her head and thinking about all of this. And she was like, I'm usually good at cleansing myself, you know, after ghost hunting and stuff, but never in a million years did it cross my mind to cleanse after covering a true crime case, which that would have never occurred to me either. And I listen to true crime, and like, side note, like, I have to say, I have to stop sometimes because I do feel spiritually weak or just icky. I feel an icky residue when I listen to too much true crime. And I have a theory that I don't think that it's healthy for you to, like, binge on true crime. Like, I think it's good to be aware, but I think that it does, like, you begin to take on the burden and the sadness and everything that, like, these people went through. I don't know, that's what I think. But Lana told Hailey, she's like, yo, you can't be talking about these things without protecting yourself better. And I was like, which, I mean, now it's like, I feel like I'm gonna cleanse after this story. Like, I'm not taking any chances. So after Lana leaves, it must have been during the day, I guess, I don't know, like, but Hailey was like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up, she was gonna pick up like groceries or like, I don't know, food or something, and she asked her boyfriend if he wanted to go with her, and he was like, no, I think I need to stay home, like, I still have a bad feeling. And as they're having this conversation upstairs, he was like, I smell smoke. Like, were you guys burning anything else beyond like your normal stuff? And she's like, no, I don't smell anything. And he's like, no, I smell smoke, I smell smoke. And then Hailey started to smell it. So they followed the smell downstairs into his office. And she has a money tree in that office, and the money tree was literally smoking from the soil. And according to Hailey, when they were cleansing the house, they never went near this thing. So he runs to the kitchen, gets water, pours water on it. It was so hot that it sizzled when he poured the water inside of the pot that this plant was in. Like, it sizzled whatever was burning, like however this thing was burning. It burned through the plastic pot that this tree was in. It was in just one of those, you know, you go and buy it from Home Depot, it's in a plastic pot. It burned through it, and if you want to see pictures, you gotta go over to her video to see it. There are legit holes inside, and it looks like it was burned from the inside, not the outside. Because, you know, when you burn something, it, like, if I was to burn plastic on this side, it would go out that way. Like, that's where the holes are. It's not like they burned it from the outside and it went, like, out towards it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe not. It's crazy. But it didn't stop there. So, like, the next day, Hailey's mom and her stepdad came over to help them pack because they were trying to get out of there as fast as they could. Like, she was literally worried that this thing we need you or Lana to come over here, like someone needs to cleanse our house because the entire thing smells like cigarette smoke and no one in their household smoked. And she has a foster brother that lives with them, and he is sensitive to spirits, and her foster brother apparently also said that there's a man in the house. I'm pretty sure he's like a younger kid from how she describes him. What the fuck? Yeah. And Hailey talked to Lana, and Lana was like, yeah, he followed them home. Like, you know, it really just makes you think about who you interact with and how easy it is for something like this to happen. We're definitely cleansing after this. Like, so, like, to wrap it up, Hailey said that the day that they left the house, it was almost like a movie, because as she's driving away, in front of her, it was sunny and beautiful, and behind her, over the house, it was dark and cloudy. And if you live, like, in the Midwest and stuff, like, you wouldn't know if you were in California. Sorry, but it's true, because there's, like, barely ever clouds there. But, like, it's possible to have a day where it could be all sunny over here and all cloudy over here, and it's like the weather changes like that. Like, and she just said it felt like a movie. It was crazy. And she is now in a new place. She's been there for probably, I would guess, like at least a month now, and she said that she's starting to feel like herself again. Like, she felt better in one day in this new place than she did the entire time she lived in her other house. And so far, there's no sign of a haunting in her new place. But, like, what do you think about that? Like, I never thought that you could potentially conjure something just by talking about it, but it makes sense now that I'm saying it out loud. But how terrifying. Like, and I would be curious to know if any other, like, true crime YouTubers or podcasters have had anything like this happen to them. Because, like, I mean, you're covering terrible cases of things just like the darkest parts of a human mind. You could be drawing that to you. I mean, what could I be drawing to me just talking about this stuff? You know what I'm saying? So,